So in this segment, we're going to be talking about the UK heading for a recession with GDP forecast to contract at the end of this year. So it'll be Q4, I believe that is. Double-digit inflation of just over 10% forecast later this year, highest since 1982. It was way before I was born. The bank raises interest rates to 1%, highest level since 2009, and raising the interest rates won't help, in my opinion, solve this problem, because the only things that will help solve this problem are things like windfall taxes. Because I think the main driver of inflation is supply chain problems, which is caused, which are global. Absolutely they are, because we can see the world's being impacted by it. But one of the things causing the UK supply chain problems is Brexit. So that's fun. Bank of England, Andrew Bailey, a big cheerleader for that. So thanks, Andrew, mate. There's that, and the fact that the energy bills are going up so much, and the Brexiters celebrated Shell moving their headquarters here, but they won't do a windfall tax on them. Boris Johnson might get forced into it. If Labour keep talking about it, I think they will. But this is ridiculous, 1% interest level might not seem high, but given the last decade we had, it's been creeping up very steadily over the last few months. I'm going to have someone, an economics editor, join the channel at some point soon, so hopefully she'll be able to explain this stuff. She's going to do one video a month, but yeah, this is scary. Bank of England Governor Andrew Bailey saying, "I recognise the hardship, bro. You're on 750,000. You recognise nothing. Hardship for many households in the UK, especially those on low incomes with little or no savings, who will be hit hardest. I tried to find some good news in the Bank of England's latest assessment of the state of the economy. I failed. The message in a nutshell: if you think things are tough today, then wait, it's going to get worse. This year will get way worse. The cost of chicken, by the looks of things, are going to go up to closer to the cost of beef, I think, which is crazy, absolutely crazy." I'm going to cover that at some point soon. That's a Brexit consequence as well, because this is how the inflation chart looks. So these were the Bank of England predictions in months gone by. This is their current prediction. It's going to hit 10% towards the start of next year. And it's not going to come down until the end of year 2023-24. And the bits that are inflated by Brexit, they will stay high. The UK is getting rid of certain checks, physical checks, but there's still customs and other things. So for certain companies, not worth it to export to the UK, which means scarcity, and scarcity means price increases. Again, I'm no expert in this stuff. I'm barely understanding Brexit at the best of days, so trying to understand economics on top is extremely limiting for me. But another striking chart: share of income going on energy set to rise, the highest it's been since the 1980s. I mean, what the hell was going on in the 1980s, people? Pretty grim, but actually a little less bad than what we looked at last month. People are going to be spending a lot of their income on energy, which is sad, because people's everything is being stretched right now. Now the dust has settled, trying to think of some positives regarding the Bank of England forecast. Best Ed Conway can come up with is their model may be wrong. Certainly it's more pessimistic. They don't factor in extra government responses, and I'd be amazed if there wasn't more intervention by October. But we're waiting so long. The longer we wait, the worse it becomes. Waiting for a windfall tax, waiting for the government to do more. The best the government can say is, the lady, I think her name was Elsie, she can sit on a bus all day because Boris Johnson apparently introduced 24-hour bus passes when he was 9 years old, or some madness like that. Crazy. He goes, Bank of England forecasts are predicted on international rates going up to 2.5%. They probably won't. Also predicted on natural gas prices staying at crazy high levels. They might not, though there's also scenarios where they might go higher. Obviously with Russia, being such a huge exporter of gas, we're not going to buy, the global market isn't going to buy from Russia as much. The UK isn't reliant on Russia, but other countries are. And if other countries start looking at the same sources we are, it's going to drive the price up. But even bearing this in mind, inflation's still likely to hit double figures. So the best he's got is speculation, which all of this is. But the simple fact is, it's not looking good for us. Double-digit inflation, 10%. Things are bad now. And it even depends on which metric you use. Are you using the consumer price index, which I think they fudged it a bit by using certain products that, like foreign holidays or something like that. Why are you factoring that in price? Foreign holidays are extremely cheap now, especially because of the pandemic. They should be looking at day-to-day products. That's what what's her name, Jack Monroe, the bootstrap cook, kind of dragged the ONS over. She's saying, like, why aren't you looking at, things like pasta, which have gone up, or pasta, which have gone up by, 30, 40% in some instances? Why isn't that factored in your inflation figures? It's madness. But, yeah, I've looked at the inflation figures more kind of in around the world. You see the US inflation's very high. I couldn't get the April numbers, which is a shame. The UK haven't announced it, but Germany have evidently. France are very low at 4.8%. I think that's because their energy costs are way lower than ours. Japan struggles with inflation a lot. The US 8.5%. Germany at 7.4%, but Germany's look like they might be leveling off, which is good news. But the UK 7% is still going to be rising. If we look at the graph that Ed Conway, his one starts off around 6% and it just keeps climbing. It's a very steep climb as well. It's very concerning. I don't know what the hell's going on in America, but I heard gas prices is way too high. But yeah, this is madness. We are heading towards inflation. I tried to look up more numbers. I tried to look up the retail price index, which is a bit more accurate, I think. But yeah, this is, if you actually understand economics, please let me know. The UK is just, we're in a very bad position. If you guys are more interested in this stuff, I will get my economics correspondent, who will hopefully be making one video a month, the start of each month. Hopefully we can get that done and we can start trying to explain this stuff where it's much easier for people. But anyways, let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Support the channel on Patreon if you can. And hopefully I will see you in the next one. And I hope that inflation goes down. But the way energy and fuel is, I wouldn't count on it.